So, how exactly does iodine work in the first place? Well, this is where we come to cholesterol. And yes, if you haven't seen my video on cholesterol, then I highly recommend you watch that video. But iodine is very, very important and basically essential for all of those hormones in that cholesterol hormone synthesis cascade. And in order to get any one of them, and that could be testosterone, which is really important in your muscle mass, or a couple other things, DHT, important in hair or skin function as well. It could even be estrone, estradiol, estriol, very important in basically helping women not suffer extreme menstrual pain, just as one possible example, or the potential reason as to why exactly it's so essential, especially for women. It could even be, for that matter, developing womanly characteristics when they're young as well. Once again, very, very important. There are so many unbelievably important things of estrone, estradiol, and estriol. It could even be cortisol and corticosterone. Once again, very, very essential, especially when it comes to regulating anxiety, basically. Once again, if you want to stimulate those, then up your carbohydrate intake. But I really wouldn't recommend that because that just isn't ideal. There could even be aldosterone, really important in regulating blood pressure. All of these things come from cholesterol. And basically, with a lack of cholesterol comes a lack of these things as well, which obviously would explain many of the problems that many vegans have. However, iodine is once again where this all comes into play. Iodine isn't just essential in terms of basically making those hormones. It is basically the precursor that determines that arrow. So if you see that little black arrow going back and forward, basically like sort of like that, then you would realize that is the thing that basically iodine is required for, and not enough iodine means not enough of that back and forward arrow, or the equilibrium arrow in this case, basically regulating those hormones. And this is actually could be the reason why many people experience some things like low testosterone on carnivore, or some of these other things. It could actually literally be just a lack of iodine. And I personally myself do use iodine. I am not sponsored by Lugol's or anything, once again, but I do recommend that you use iodine if you are interested in speeding up the healing process, or basically just longevity as a general rule, because it is very, very essential and very, very important. And you will be able to see a noticeable difference yourself, by the way, if you do use it. In my case, this is maybe a little bit personal, but I did notice basically erections similar to that of when I was basically going through puberty, like very, very nonstop, maybe a little bit too horny sometimes, but regardless, hopefully that's sort of like a little bit of an explanation in terms of quite literally how effective it is. In my case, it was very, very effective. This is exactly why you need iodine, and it's because you're basically making that T3 hormone, thyroid hormone, in order to basically go up and down in terms of the cholesterol hormone synthesis cascade. Yeah, those arrows. So this is, once again, why I use iodine personally. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of an explanation. Now, you might be wondering, how do I just apply this to reality? Once again, because that's what my channel is all about. Well, this is where we come to how exactly you get it. One, you can basically get it off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. You'll see, once again, I'm not sponsored by them, but just to let you know, the link's in the description. Not only that, you can also get it many other places, as long as it's basically just potassium iodide. That's basically what you're looking for. Now, when you get this potassium iodide, it depends what concentration it is. So you're looking to basically get 15% solution, which is another way of saying you basically want 7 drops of the 2% version if you can get the 2% version. So yeah, that's what I would do anyways, because that's the one that I have myself. Now you might say 7 drops, just like 7 drops on your tongue. Well, you can do that, but it will taste very, very bad, just to let you know. Now you can put it in water as well, although if you drink that water, you might notice there is a slight taste difference. And yes, this is because of the iodine. Now, once again, I mean, if you really want to go straight on your tongue just to see how iodine tastes, like, go ahead. But it's definitely pretty harsh. So I would pretty much recommend putting it in water. And basically, the bigger the water, the more it can dissolve. So if you don't really have that much water and you put it in a small little bit of water and then you drink it, you'll notice the taste a lot more in comparison to basically a large amount of water. So basically, the liter bottle that I use would be something like this. Not sponsored by them, once again, but you can't even see their label. Regardless, hopefully you can see exactly what you would do. So you basically put 7 drops in that sort of a bottle, or if you have the 2% solution. That's assuming you have the 2% solution. Some people, though, will have a reaction at the very beginning, or more specifically, they won't have a reaction, but they basically one of the biggest side effects that I'm aware of when it comes to iodine, the worst one possible, is the heart palpitations. And that's because you're basically actually making your thyroid work because your thyroid's been inactive for so long. So what exactly do you do? Well, to keep it really simple, I would recommend keeping the amount of iodine that you have small, or the extra amount that you're adding to your diet every day small, and then you basically just gradually increase that over and over and over and over again. So hopefully you can see just exactly how you can use iodine. And once again, this video is more so specifically on iodine and basically how you use that stuff. And once again, applying it to real life. Thanks again for watching. If you found the video helpful, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below because it really does help the channel grow. And if you're interested in seeing all of my videos ahead of time, please click the join button down below where you can see all of my videos ahead of time as well as support me personally. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.